Final play of the half here, Winston. And he takes us up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. So thanks to the late touchdown, it's a tie ball game here heading to break. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This one taken just inside the 10. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
This offense ready for the first drive of the third quarter. Well, quarters number 1 and 2 entertaining. We saw some good offense points put up, Charles, and all tied on the scoreboard.
And it sets us up for what could be a really fun second half because we've seen both sides score almost at will here in the first half. And now, here in the second half, getting the ball first, you got to think, hey, we can go out and really run our offense the way we did in the first half. But if I'm a defensive player, all I'm thinking is, can I make a play to really help out my team and break this streak of offense?
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. To throw in his lock. This one into the hands of Metcalf. So they'll get 8 out of that completion, and it's 2nd down. That's into the hands of Parkinson, the tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this third quarter. Here's a give to Penny. And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. A good run there on 1st down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a 1st down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. They will run it again with Penny. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. Inside handoff, Penny, and he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7. Is that one officially a loss of 1?
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. This is the tight end Fant. And he's not going to get the first down. He had to get to the 30, but he's a yard or two short. They throw it out right complete. And they're going to get this down inside the 15.
Well, the field goal attempt was well in hand. They had that, but they decided to go for it anyway. Extreme confidence, it looks like.
Yeah, but I bet the defense is going to remember this one, right? They kind of rubbed their nose in it.
So this drive going to continue following the conversion on fourth. Here's 1st and 10.
They go back to the ground now with Penny. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Now it's Penny running right. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. A field goal would get him the lead, but that's not what they're shooting for as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try the right side here with Penny. And they'll rally and stop him short of the first down at about the 6. They'll go for it. It's Locke. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Seahawks go for it but can't convert, and the Saints will have the football back. And you wonder, Charles, could that decision come back to haunt them later?
And it really could, because in this situation, you kick the field goal in a tight game like this, that's a good play.
Yeah.
But maybe what he's saying to himself is, I'm just not a big proponent of the old idea that any possession that ends in a kick, I'm happy with. He wanted to be really aggressive.
A little twist here in the 3rd quarter.
53 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
Kamara gets it again on 2nd down.
And tackled down after a gain of 3. Leaves him with 1 yard to go on 3rd down. A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard. We have played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he will have the first down as he's up to his 17-yard line. 3 yards there, good enough to keep the drive moving.
Well, partner, none of these runs individually have added up to a whole lot.
Now 3 plays, all 3 short runs, but together a first down.
Yeah, it's amazing how the narrative changes when you string them together.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
going on 2nd and 8. Winston, rush coming, and he's taken down. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up 3rd.
Well, he shot in, CD, like he was out of a cannon from that linebacker position. And even though they had a running back in the backfield, no one could stop him.
Well, you certainly diagnosed that play perfectly, because as fast as he got into the backfield, you're exactly right. The running back had no shot to get over and try and protect his quarterback, and a sack resulted.
So now after the sack, Winston and the Saints needing to figure out what to do. Tough play, 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Open man is Michael Thomas. He's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
And partner, in a tie game in the 4th quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars. And he came through with a nice catch right there.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. A man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Kamara again.
The 71 yards on the ground for him so far.
Seemed like a couple sets of eyes were on the quarterback, so he decided, hey, I'm going to hand this off. Got a good gain out of it.
And you know you need good blocking up front in order to gain yardage, but every one of these RPOs, if you do it right and they look the same, whether it's handed off inside or the quarterback keeps it, that allows you to fool the defense so often. And in this case, fooled them with the inside run.
A good gain on 1st. Has him set up with 2nd and just a couple of inches now from the 29. They run it again with Kamara, and he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right in midfield at the 50. Only a gain of a yard, but that's all they needed.
Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense the next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Winston to give. It's Kamara.
And down to the 44, 5 yards that time.
And when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Kamara up the middle. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Seahawks have recovered.
Well, so much for the 4-minute offense. They were trying to reduce the clock.
And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
I like the call there because that was one to take time off the clock and get them closer to getting out of here with a W. In the mind of the play caller, all you want to hear is tick, tick, tick.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Again, it's Kamara. And he gets it down to the 32. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And this is not going to be enough. Was in search of 2 yards and only got halfway there. Now the Seahawks call the 2nd of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Fourth down, Winston. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And incomplete on the deep ball. The Saints' decision to go for it backfires. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Boy, an incredibly aggressive move to go for it there. Game-tied 4th quarter. You got to be surprised.
I am, and I know that we're in a new era of football where we look at the analytics sometimes, and a lot of time the analytics tell you to go for it, right? But do the analytics take into account game situation, where we are, all those things? In this situation, I thought it was an incredibly aggressive play.
It didn't work out, and again, tie game 4th quarter makes this thing a little bit more interesting.
Eight yards to go on 2nd down. Now Locke.
And this is going to be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
We say it often, Charles, but not all interceptions are created equally, and that is a big one here in a tie ball game in the 4th quarter.
And Brandon, when games are this close, it usually comes down to the team making the fewest mistakes. And that was one of our mantras back in Tennessee. Coach Major used to say all the time, the team making the fewest mistakes will win. You've got to cut those down to give yourself an opportunity.
Jordan Brooks on the tackle. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9. Here's Winston. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game.
Darrell Taylor got in there to drop him.
I love how they're tearing the pages out of the so-called book. I wish more teams would do this instead of laying back. Bring pressure in this situation. Go after him a little bit.
Four quarters not enough. We're all even, and to overtime we go.
How much fun is this for everyone who's watching the game? How much fun is it for us to see this one get an extra period to get settled?
And here in overtime, if the team that receives the ball scores a touchdown, it's over. If they don't, we can still have some more football.
That's exactly right. If they go down and kick a field goal, the other team gets a possession to either match it or score a touchdown to win the ball game. If both teams kick field goals, the next team to score wins. But if the receiving team throws a pick six or fumbles the ball and gets picked up by the defense and they score, the game is over at that point.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And everyone knows the OT rules, Charles, but it's a pretty simple formula. They go down and get a field goal, we continue play, but if they can find the end zone on this possession, ball game over.
And as meticulously as all teams plan for a game, I don't doubt for a second on that offense coordinator's play sheet, he's got some overtime plays that he wants to run. I know it sounds crazy, but they plan for everything. 1st and 10 all the way throughout the game, 2nd and 7, whatever. Right now, he's looking at that play sheet saying, if we get to overtime, what can we break out that they haven't seen?
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. A give to Kamara running right. And some space here. And all the way down to the 17-yard line.
144 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Now a handoff. Here's Kamara. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16. They've had some success here in overtime on this opening drive running the football right back to that well.
And why not? When you have that kind of success, make them stop you, and until they do, keep going back to that well you just spoke about. I think there's more water there and available to them.
On 2nd down, Kamara. He will push his way down to about the 14. And now the Seahawks are going to call another timeout. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. And I know you, with every carry, especially in overtime, you're just saying, if you're that ball carrier, hold on to the football.
Hold on to it, protect it, but not necessarily settle it, because you're trying to get to the end zone. You're trying to end the game right here. And I know the defensive guys poking, clawing, raking, trying to knock the ball free and protect their end zone.
Yeah, like you alluded to, especially this part of the field. Now the first throw in overtime for Winston. That's to his running back. It's Alvin Kamara.
And he's going to be marked down just outside the 10.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That's their 2nd and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back. The kick by Lutz is good. And they take a 17-14 lead. Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away.
From the 10.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense.
Well, it's pretty simple now. They need a field goal out of this drive to extend overtime, or obviously, Charles, a touchdown to win it.
Yeah, I'm taking the defense's perspective on this one, partner, because now they know with a 3-point lead, they can afford to give that up because you just keep playing, right? Overtime gets extended. But if you give up the touchdown, it's game over. So on offense, every play you make, you got to try and get just a little bit more.
And now off to the races down the right side. And he is in for the score. And it is absolute stunned silence here as they win it on the road in overtime.
And for the visitors, it is going to be a happy flight home. It is always such a treat, Charles, in the NFL when you can go.
They got the hand dollar, will you give a dog a bone? I'm like, nah, you gotta get it on your own. They get an attitude, I'm like, you better check your tone. They ain't got no job, need someone to take her home. I hop up in the car, whip like Indiana Jones. Going George Lucas, now I'm out here killing clones. Coming in strong like, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Boosted up my cardio, I used to get to run around. I've been doing this since I had to work at mama house. Tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down, tear down. Everybody eating, it's a party, wanna come to time. You can bring your mama, daddy, sister, and your cousin out. Everybody wanna kill the king, like shit, wanna take the crown. I can see through it like a stomach with a other sign. When I hit the gas, I be going like 100 miles. They be getting tired, running out like 100 house. All up in my business, real nose like a bloodhound. I'ma throw them off like I'm standing on a picture mound. All they do is look at Instagram while they sit around. Hate me in real life, but you liking pictures now. Oh, everybody acting different now. Finally